afternoon, and welcome to another episode of GoodJobsLive.com. I'm your host, Gary Wize, and this is the show that explains to you how to make money, save money, with little or absolutely no work whatsoever. Folks, my guest today needs no introduction. He's a world-renowned author of such books as A Snake in the Grass is Better Than a Snake Up in Your Attic, and Snake Oil, The True Story. Folks, please help me welcome Mr. Ali Raja McMahon, the Snake Whisperer. So tell me, Ali, how'd you do it? How'd you go from having a crappy job to being known as a Snake Whisperer?
Well, I was bartending downtown, and I looked down at the end of the bar area there, and all of a sudden I noticed a snake. He was drinking some, I'm not sure what he was drinking. But wait a minute, I know exactly what he was drinking because I was the bartender. It was whiskey. I know that's a little cliche, but I looked down there and there's this rosy boa sipping on this whiskey that I'd poured him. And so I felt a certain connection. So I look away, I look over here to tell my friend about the snake at the end of the bar there. I look back down there and now there's two snakes sitting there. A cobra next to a rosy boa. And that's when I was wondering to myself, how in the world did the cobra get next to the rosy boa? So I walked down there and I asked him, I say, how did you get in here? I said, how did you get in here? You're a cobra. You can't be in here. You spit the venom everywhere. And besides that, you spit it up on my mirror there. So he looks at me and he says, why don't you pour me some beer? I says, okay, I'll pour you some beer. Whatever, I'm not going to argue with the cobra. So I pour in this beer. They're sitting there talking to each other. And all of a sudden, I got the extreme desire to drink a couple of snakes. And so I did. And ever since that day, I've been able to talk to snakes. I don't know if it's some sort of spiritual thing or not, but from that day on, I've been able to say, I understand what you're saying, even though most people would look at the snake and the tongue would be whippling, kind of like this. You know how snakes do that? Now I completely understand it. I don't know if it's the air or whatever it is, but I do understand what they say. That's how I became the Snake Whisperer.
Mr. McMahon, since you are one of the only people I know that can actually communicate with snakes, what's on the minds of snakes these days?
Oh, they're terribly upset. They're terribly upset about the redwoods being cut down. No, they're still cutting them down up there. You don't hear it on the news, but they're cutting them down. It affects the whole environment. They're really upset about the redwoods.
We took our cameras out on the beat along with Ali to show you, the public, just how important this man is. Now get a load of this.
I'm on call right now. I've got to go over and see Dr. Stone. He's a paleontologist out there at San Diego State. He's got a pet snake. His name's Stanley. I've got to go over and talk to Stanley and find out exactly what is wrong. I'm suspecting it has something to do with the paleontologist who knows so much about everything. So anyway, I'm going to go over and talk to the snake and find out exactly what the problem is. Hi, here we are at the home of Dr. Stone. I've got my homulator. Now we can get at the bottom of the shenanigans and save another snake from complete destruction. Drives me crazy. Dr. Stone, you're in here. It's the Snake Whisperer, Mr. McMahon. Where the hell is the snake?
Mr. McMahon, thank God you're here. It's Stanley. It's Stanley. He needs your help right away.
About 2 days ago, my snake Stanley, he was, full of life, swinging from the rafters, riding the cat around the room like a little cowboy, just as fine as a snake can be. But now he's lost all his energy. He's apathetic. He's lost the will to live.
Let's hook you up to the homulator. Put this right under your hand there. There seems to be some sort of cosmic reaction with the homulator, and let me readjust you here. Yes, indeed. There is a cosmic action. I don't know what I'm going to do about this. I think I have an idea. I know I have an idea.
Give it to me straight, Mr. McMahon. What are his chances?
Well, of course, the first thing that you're going to need is a complete body alignment.
So, Mr. McMahon, how much would that cost me?
That's $550 there.
Cha-ching!
And then all of a sudden, we're going to need to put him in yoga. Yoga is very good for snakes. It bends their back backwards because they get all the calcium built up on the frames. And then there's psychological analysis that says $453 there.
Cha-ching!
I think also we're going to have to completely change his diet around. That's $450 there.
Cha-ching!
And I think we're going to need to get some playmates. That is a rental fee of $480, and of course we're going to have somebody walk him every day, take him outside. That's $275.
Cha-ching!
I think there's a few more things that he's going to need. I'm not quite sure, but the one thing that he is definitely going to need is an acid bath. Acid baths are very good snakes, and that runs $675.
Cha-ching!
And finally, I think the only thing left is he'll have to have glasses. Snakes without glasses, I know a lot of people don't understand this, but glasses are very good for snakes when they're in rehab. Once they've rehabbed you, of course, you can sell those glasses back to them, and ththose are $750.
Cha-ching! 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 Okay, so let's take some calls. Jerry in Mississippi.
Nah, this guy's a fraud, Holmes. He's a reptilian from another planet. He's coming to get us. Watch, this guy's gonna eat us, Holmes. Nah, seriously, I've seen stuff like this before, man. These guys come, they come from their other planets and they try to eat us and all that crap, Holmes. Nah, this is a front, Holmes. He's out to get us, eh? Nah, this is not cool. This guy's gonna eat us. He's gonna eat your children, Holmes. I've seen stuff like this before. I had a neighbor once. He tried to eat my kid, Holmes. He was a snake like this guy. This is bull.
Ben from Mobile, you're on the line. What do you got?
Hello. Can you please elaborate on your program for I break for a snake?
Oh, yes. I do break for snakes. I break in the car. I take a break when I see one. I always sit down and have a chat with them because you can learn a lot about the world by talking about or talking to snakes during a break. But there's all kinds of ways you can break for a snake.
Oh, really?
You can take breakfast with a snake. You can invite them out to breakfast and talk to them and treat them nice, and they'll learn to work with you.
It's
But
crazy.
my whole break for snakes is really to slow down and take a moment for our snake friends around us. We can learn a lot from them.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Folks, in these incredibly complex economic times, it's men like Mr. McMahon that can be an inspiration and show you how to be creative, how to work with your hands, how your hands affect your mind, how you go out in the world and rake in some serious cash. Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. Mr. McMahon, thank you once again for being here with us. You're a true inspiration to the American public. Folks, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to keep up on the latest events surrounding GoodJobsLive.com. I'm your host, Gary Wize, signing off. Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching.